ultimate test of your leadership is not what happens when you are in the room, it's what happens when you're not in the room. If everything you have built depends on your constant presence, your direct oversight, or your fixer energy, then you have not built a legacy. You have built a dependency. Today we're talking about the series finale, lowering the ladder to ensure the work continues without you. So welcome back to the season finale of the Empowerment Minute podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Maurine. We're wrapping up the Legacy series, Women Who Lead, Lift, and Lower the Ladder. We have audited our footprint, claimed audacity to lead, and learned the art of the lift. Today, we conclude with the most selfless part of the journey, lowering the ladder. This is about sustainability, succession, and significance. It's about building something that outlives your tenure, your title, and even your time in the organization. So let's talk about a common myth, right? Before I do, I would like to once again introduce myself. I am Dr. Maurine, your host. I am a learning leader. I am the CEO and founder of EMK Learning Solutions, where we empower leaders, teams, and organizations to empower other leaders to become leaders people want to work for. So I do that through my company called EMK Learning Solutions. If you like support in this area, I'll be more than glad to assist you. So let's go back to the myth of the indispensable leader. Have you heard that in your leadership, right? Some people feel like they're just indispensable. Many years people have thought that being indispensable is the goal. We want to be the one with all the answers, the one the team cannot function without, and one everyone depends on, right? I experienced that even the leader would even keep away all the passwords if they're sick, or something's happening with them. Maybe they got hit by a bus. That's it, everybody is stuck. That's not what we want, right? So they're actually pushing the idea of being indispensable, but great leaders are dispensable, right? Indispensability is not a badge of honor, it's a warning sign. When you make yourself the only person who can solve the problem, approve the work, or move the process forward, you create a ceiling for everyone else. You become the bottleneck. So today we're talking about lowering the ladder, meaning having the security and maturity to say, I want this team to be stronger because I was here, not weaker when I leave. I always ask people to, before they get started on leadership, by asking the question, what do I want to be known for? And start leading, with the end in mind. It means shifting from being the hero of the story to being the architect of the system. Legacy leaders do not build dependence around themselves. They build strengths, clarity, capacity around other leaders. So how can you as a leader, now that we've established that being indispensable is a no-no, how can you create that significance? What are the ways that you can lower the ladder, right? So first of all, you want to transfer the knowledge. Stop hoarding the how to. Oh my gosh, I've seen that so many times in leadership where people do not share any information and because they're afraid that you might replace them. Document what you know, share your process, make your wisdom transferable so that it becomes a part of the team's strength, not just your personal advantage. Right. Last week I had the opportunity to keynote for a Women's Empowerment Summit representing mothers, International Mother's Day. And I really spoke about this a whole lot, about how leaders have to make that shift from accumulation to multiplication, that mindset shift, right? So you want to be able to start thinking like that. Transfer the authority. Do not just delegate tasks, delegate decisions. Let rising leaders think, stretch, and even make decisions. Make mistakes even when the stakes are low, so they can, really learn how to lead and then be ready when the stakes are high. The third way is you want to transfer the access. Introduce your leaders Climbers to the people, the rooms, and the relationships that help you grow. Share your network, not just your notes. Open the doors, make connection, expand visibility, multiply leadership. That's how leaders lower the ladder. They make the path clearer, more accessible, and more sustainable for the people coming behind them. All right? So a true leader is committed to succession. In my company, we see this often. We even have our mentoring program where we're there to teach people what we know, transfer the knowledge, make those connections, right? Being able to, empower them so they can take over, because nobody's going to live forever, right? But we want our legacy to live forever, and the legacy is it's really about empowering them so they can continue, in that circle, right? Empowering others. Then we're making that, sustainable change. Some leaders are afraid to train their replacements because they fear becoming replaceable. I've seen that firsthand, and that's one of the things I teach. We teach in our academy, right? We don't want that. You cannot rise onto the next level of leadership if you're still white knuckling your current one. You got to be able to outgrow what you're doing. Lowering the ladder is an act of faith. It's trusting that your value is not tied to being the only one who can do the work. Your value is tied to the leaders you've developed, the systems you strengthen, and the confidence you build in others. Succession is really not failure. It's success. So it's evidence that your leadership was never just about you. Was never just about control. It was about contribution. It was about multiplication. So as we wrap this season finale today, I would like to remind you to lower the ladder. Keep lowering the ladder. I want you to identify one progress, one meeting, or one decision that only you seem to handle right now. This week, your mission is to invite someone else in. Teach them the why. Show them the how. Be that apprentice. Find an apprentice and then teach them how to. Then step back enough to let them grow. Because when you lower the ladder, it's not just about helping someone else up. It's about making sure that once they get there, they have the tools, the confidence, and clarity to keep climbing. Your legacy is not written only in the goals you hit. It's written in the goals the people you led are still hitting long after you're gone. Thank you so much for the Legacy series. It's been an honor to walk through this audacity, the lift, and the ladder with you. Remember that success is what you do for yourself. Significance is what you do for others. Keep leading with intention. Keep lifting with heart. And most importantly, keep lowering the ladder. This is Dr. Maurine Kwende. I'll see you in the next